Hello, this is Chiak. If you are seeing this, it means that I have completed this game twice. So the first time I completed this game, essentially my hard drive crashed and erased every single thing, so I have to start back from here again. So here's the second time I'm playing this game. So I guess this is going to be much more walkthrough-like, as I know a little bit better what to do. In terms of the saving bug, there's no real way to resolve it, but there are ways to manage it. So from what I can tell from other people online, there is no one single place that affects people. For me, it's during this Whitechapel area. It's particularly really bad in this Whitechapel area. Having to play up to this point again it's same game, same bug, same anger. Other than that, I know later on there is a point where it kind of becomes an issue, but otherwise, the best way to manage this bug if you're playing this game is to have very few save files, like less than 3. I find that I can never actually go beyond 3. It's mostly just the 2. And play in window mode. Now, I don't have that option if I want to record this game, so this is going to be very fun and interesting. I'm going to hopefully not skip through any dialogue because I'm due to impatience, since I already know technically what I'm doing. But alright, so we are in this room and we're going to investigate.
A torn piece of a letter.
Colonel, I have heard that the heads of the Malin Commando do not appreciate your operating methods. Methods that they judge as being too expeditious, even cruel. We are defending our land. Our cause is wholly and just. We need combatants who are honorable and motivated, not wealth-hungry assassins. There's no room here for opportunists like you.
It seems to be a letter of dismissal.
Okay.
A military badge of the 58th Infantry Regiment of Her Majesty, and a letter stipulating Kurtz's exclusion from the unit. He served in 1881.
At that time, the regiment served in South Africa. Kurtz was in the Boer War.
A newspaper covering the war in South Africa. Kurtz must have been following the war with some interest.
The Boer War is abominable, and it still rages.
Okay.
This is yesterday's newspaper. Someone wrapped some meat up in this newspaper. The blood is still fresh.
Grapes! What are they doing there?
Okay.
An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Malan, Bloemfontein, 1883.
Kurtz served as a Boer commando. He fought against his country.
Apparently our friend Kurtz served in both camps in South Africa and was never a colonel, but that doesn't surprise me.
A traitor, deserter, and a false colonel. What a charming gentleman.
Okay.
The dog's bowl is empty. Someone brought food for the dogs, probably just before the fight broke out.
And just after they had been fed, they attacked a man to eat him. Incredible.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Alright, deduction board. Dogs. Dogs are fed just before the murder. Okay. Nothing much to look at right now. We're still investigating.
What a horrible wound.
Okay.
The skin was deeply torn.
I feel like this one, there's
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Okay. Something added. Is that it? Well, if I pull back, yes, that's it. Oop.
This bandage is a day or two old, no more. This bandage is...
Oh, right. This one. We have scissors. We can use that to
Please
help
take note,
bandage.
The same finger that we found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's house. Holmes!
Had to say, that looks like a very clean cut to me, but what do I know?
Terrible wounds. The dogs must have been rabid.
It is a dog bite. I can see the tooth marks. Only a dog could inflict so deep a wound, but it appears that the wound was gnawed at afterwards.
Okay. What else can I look at? Saw that already.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Okay. Is that it for that part? Yes, it is. The other dog. It's going to be probably the same thing, I believe.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent. What a horrible wound.
Okay. I think this one might just be
The skin was deeply torn.
Yeah, it almost seems to be a copy. Is that it? Yes. Okay, so last thing, I believe the shoes.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by labourers.
What a horrible wound.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by labourers.
Okay, just seeing if there's anything else. I think that's it. So let's have a look at our deduction board. The numerous bites on the man's body. There are numerous bites. They fought savagely. Dogs are poisoned. No, dogs are poisoned. Okay, let's go down. Missing a finger. Okay. Still missing something. Ah. Nope, Watson.
The
out of the way.
material on this tray is rather odd. Small burnt balls. A small burner.
What else?
A pipe with a strange smell.
There can be no doubt. Judging by the material on the tray and the pipe, the man smoked opium.
Opium. I doubt if this man could have made his drug here. He would have needed a real laboratory.
Okay. Can I just head to the deduction board now? Pipe. Ah, that's it. Ah, instruments. There's no available instrument here for preparing opium.
My deduction chart is incomplete, Holmes. We are missing an important detail.
Let's return to the clinic and ask if our friend might lend us his morgue for 2 hours.
What are you going to do?
I'm torn between a nap and a picnic.
Oh, I've had enough, Holmes.
The next step of our investigation, Watson, leads us inevitably to a post-mortem. As you're well aware, in the instance where a body's vital organs no longer function, every minute is vital. Be quick now and procure the room while I arrange the transport.
Very well. I will see you later.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it... Alright, so, one thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save, close the game, and then come back. So we'll just be back in a sec here. Okay, so we're controlling Watson, but I don't think this requires much. It's kind of a strange thing where all I have to do is walk into the room, it gives us a cutscene, and that is it. There's no point to this.
Ah, Grant, you are still here. I need to ask a favor from you.
What sort of favor, my dear friend?
Might I use your morgue for a couple of hours? It concerns an affair of the greatest
Use the morgue? Whatever for? Letting you poke your nose in everywhere is one thing, but closing my eyes to I don't know what unsavory practices.
No, it's nothing like that.
No, it isn't possible, sorry.
Grant, listen to me.
Don't insist. Where do you think you are? Perhaps because you come from the rich area, you think you are entitled to do whatever you like. But here in Whitechapel, it's the real world, you understand? The real world, where we have to take risks. Do you even know what that means? And this shabby health centre where I've been stagnating for years, it's a public establishment under my authority, for whatever that's worth. I'm responsible for it. Responsible, do you understand?
Of course I understand, Grant.
Good.
I understand, first and foremost, that you are a coward.
What?
A coward, I said, sitting on your backside behind a desk for years, complaining about your fate without even trying to change a single thing about it.
I won't allow you.
And you dare to talk to me about risks? I, who was wounded in Afghanistan while in Her Majesty's service, and who, for a great many years, has taken part in some of the most dangerous criminal investigations the country has ever known.
But
As for being responsible, as you call it, it begins with doing your job properly, particularly when one is a doctor and caring for the poorest people within our society. The real life? Ha ha! Don't make me laugh. I am a doctor too, Grant, don't forget. And I'm ashamed of my profession when I see the state of this centre.
It's not my...
So, your disgusting morgue, you are going to allow me to use it, dear friend, because I urgently need it for a vitally important affair that is way over your head, and whether it pleases you or not. Understood?
If you want to be like that about it, do whatever you like. I wash my hands of the entire thing.
That doesn't surprise me.
This is a dismal place. Have you ever carried out a post-mortem, Holmes? It requires a great deal of precision.
Don't worry, I learn quickly. Hand me a bone saw.
Okay, and yeah, we controlled Watson just to get a cutscene. That's it. Okay, do we already have the bone saw on hand? I'm gonna assume.
Go carefully, Holmes, even so.
Okay, so I believe.
I must clean the body.
Oh.
No,
right.
it is unnecessary.
No. Let me. Okay.
I must mark the places to cut.
Okay, so we cut.
My notches are ready.
Okay. I believe this one. Yeah.
A ball of paper, swallowed recently. I can't do that.
Okay. Is that it? Here, I think this one.
This liquid found in the lungs should be able to tell us something.
Awesome. So, luckily there's a chemistry kit right here.
This liquid found in the lungs should...
Okay, yes, I'm where I cut him off, but you know what? It's okay.
I must analyze the clues.
Oh, we already dropped it in. Never mind. Okay. 4 blue, 1 white, 1 4, 0 0 1 4. Okay. 5 green. So 252. Fatality. 4 green, 2 white, 412. Two zero two. Okay, that one's super easy.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered to the Bishop of Knightsbridge. A substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness. Substance fatal, in this case, death by cardiac arrest. Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered to Kirk's. A substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness. Considerably heightened with subject's muscular strength. Provoked extreme degeneration of skin tissue following deep wounds. Substance non-fatal. Okay. So let's have a look at our board here. It's up here. Lungs. Traces of opium in Kurt's lungs. Okay, the man was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. This goes all the way down. Accomplice prepared the pipe for him since it was already... I don't know how we were supposed to figure out that the pipe already had opium in it. I think mostly I did a lot of guesswork the first time I did this. So this... the man was poisoned by his dogs. Man was poisoned... No, it would be poisoned. The man was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. Okay, just going to quickly have a look at the other options. Okay, what about the... Is that it? Sorry, what items do you have? Just making sure.
We must finish our deduction board, Holmes.
Okay, so I am missing something from the deduction board. Something is incorrect. This is done, right? Yeah, everything's marked, check marked green. When the bishop's murders. There are no available instruments here for preparing opium. The man was given a pipe that already had opium in it. It's really our only option. His accomplices prepared this pipe for him. I'm pretty sure it's that. Okay, no, it brought him this pipe.
That was a most instructive post-mortem. This man was murdered by his accomplices because of his missing finger.
I see. He was overly conspicuous, walking around with a bandaged hand, as the police would have been looking for a man with a missing finger. But how did they manage to disguise the murder by making it look like a dog attack?
The post-mortem revealed the presence of poison in his system. Everything points to it being a less potent form of the poison we found in the bishop's rooms. This man died as much from the poison as from fighting against those animals. I believe this new version of the substance provokes such a rage that the victim attacks anything in his path, and in this instance it was dogs. We're dealing with sorcerers' apprentices whose creations are ever evolving. They are attempting to obtain a particular effect, and they try out their formulae on human guinea pigs.
You're saying that his accomplices forced him to drink it?
No, he took it himself, voluntarily. The poison wasn't to be found in his blood, but in his lungs. I also discovered numerous traces of opium.
I'm beginning to see. They mixed this horrible poison with his opium, knowing that he would soon smoke it to ease the pain caused by his wound.
Exactly. And such a profound knowledge of both chemistry and toxicology is uncommon. Very well. We know the reason and the manner, but we're really not any further ahead. How will we find the two other men who murdered the bishop? By going to 13 Burner Street. It is in this area.
But where did you get that address, Holmes?
From his stomach.
I see. He wanted to get rid of the address.
No, he wanted revenge.
I don't follow you.
When the man with the missing finger began to feel the effects of the poison, he knew that he was going to die, and he knew that there would be a post-mortem. Shall we go?
Okay. It's a big leap in logic, but... Now, I don't know... Hopefully this isn't enough time for my autosave to freak out. Burner Street, right? Here we go. This is it. So there's actually an achievement. We're just for talking to the people in this area. It's one of the missable achievements. Most of the achievements in this game are story driven, so you'll get them regardless, but I believe there's 5 of them in total that require...
There's our opium den, Watson. Let's go.
Okay, so there's going to be an autosave.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome. What can I do for you?
One of your regular clients looked within himself to give us your address. He was very helpful.
Oh, I understand. Our clients quickly become regulars. Your friend isn't with you?
Sadly, no. He is tied up with his dogs.
I understand. I too love dogs. Come in and make yourselves at home.
Okay, the autosave went through, so I'm going to... So we're gonna delete the save, and then close the game and restart the game, essentially. Again, this is just simply to manage the save bug. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm doing a lot of these stops and starts for recording, not that you guys will know this. Purely because I'd rather control when the game ends up closing, because it's an issue when the save doesn't go through and I have to do a bunch of puzzles again. It gets really tiresome after a while. Can I look at that? I know I don't need to. Not yet, anyway.
The keys to the establishment are all here together. Interesting.
Okay, and of course, that would be something for later on.
Dirty water. This bowl is used to wash smoking tools.
So, this section, I probably took a long time because I didn't realize that I had to look at clues again.
Poor devils. See, Holmes, the ravages caused by such artificial pleasure.
Okay, and that little line, Watson will say, if you, any of the people, he will say that one line, so.
Jasmine tea, judging by the aroma.
I've heard it once, we don't need to hear it again. So, let's go around.
Ashes. It's not very clean here. Poor
Yep, okay. So, now the area we want to get in is here.
You can't come in here. It's private.
Please excuse us, sir.
Okay. And
Closed. Well, we have searched everywhere apart from 2 rooms. One of these rooms interests me particularly.
You are thinking of the guarded room, aren't you, Holmes?
I am indeed, but we should not consider any confrontation with the guard. Let us be discreet and enter the adjoining room.
It's locked, and it wouldn't be very discreet if we were to force it.
Nevertheless, we do need to get in there.
And the manager?
Let us find a way of distracting his attention.
okay, so first things first. We are going to need to know.
A pity I don't understand Chinese.
Well, I don't either, but we need to remember what the symbols are, because obviously we need the key, and the key is going to be denoted by its name. So, no, up.
A pity I don't understand Chinese.
Okay, so I believe I can remember that. So, now that we talked about it, we can now gather items.
Jasmine tea, judging by the aroma.
And this is it's gonna get pretty gross. Sherlock is willing to do a lot, so.
Ashes. It's not very clean here.
Okay. And
Dirty water. This bowl is used to wash smoking tools.
so what we're gonna do. Dirty water, ashes. And the tea. And apparently that is called lousy booze, though I don't believe this isn't anywhere near what booze
Holmes,
is.
you talked about making a client sick, but you were exaggerating. Surely you aren't going to force someone to drink.
Another of our differences, my friend. You cure people, I make them sick.
What's the matter? Are you ill? Hey, mister! It'll be all right. Breathe.
The Chinese waiter is busy. We can go.
Okay, so we're gonna also non-suspiciously just walk on by, don't mind me. It's not like I was hiding right behind the corner. Okay, so it's this one. Yeah, that first symbol. I recognize that first symbol. So we got it. Let's run back.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Yes,
Watson,
yes.
put the key back in its place before the manager notices that it's missing.
I shall be quick. I managed to return the key without being seen.
Perfect. Let's go in.
Okay. So,
Phew! What a stink! This bottle is full of barbiturate acid. We use it in medicine sometimes as a tranquilizer.
okay. Excuse me as I try to look around.
This billhook is very thin and solid. A ventilation window. This stick will serve as a weapon or for something else.
All this material must be for heating opium before smoking it.
Okay. Now that I've looked around, I believe that's all we can look at. We can go to this back corner here.
This small opening gives onto the guarded room.
Holmes, shh, listen.
Yeah, but that's different. I don't mind getting money for killing, but he was a sort of pope or something. And we didn't even get... Yeah, I know. I got nice rich man's boots. They must be worth about £20. But even so, and the boss ain't happy. And when I see him unhappy, I'm afraid. I don't fancy ending up like Kurtz. Perhaps you're right. But we'll have a chance to make up for it. We just have to get it right this time. Because he won't forgive us so easily next time.
They are the bishop's murderers, Holmes. The fiends.
Calm down, Watson. We'll have to take care of the guard at the entrance. I think we should be able to find something in this place that would put an elephant to sleep.
Very good. But then what?
Then we take care of those two devils.
Okay. So, well, Watson has already told us about a tranquilizer here.
Phew! What a stink. This bottle is full.
Yes. You already told that. You already said it.
A syringe that could be useful.
Okay, let's fill up the syringe. Stick. Drill hook. Right.
Small balls of opium. I'll take a spoonful.
Okay, so we're gonna prepare something over here. Alright, so this one took me a long time because I didn't realize I could click on this with the matches. I didn't even realize what this was in the first place. Do we have a... Oh wait, it already has a spoon in it, so...
Holmes, do you really think that this is the appropriate moment?
Don't worry, Watson. My mind only requires stimulation when it is unoccupied. That is not the case at the moment. I am merely heating these opium balls to obtain a liquid solution.
You have a potentially very powerful sedative there, Holmes. Be careful, such a dose could be lethal.
This door shouldn't be open!
Let's hide, Holmes.
This place isn't very favorable for that. I hate the idea, but we will have to rely on luck.
There! It's locked!
We've been locked in.
You know what? He doesn't even... How does he even know it's unlocked? That's the question. I don't understand how he knows that. But good on us, he didn't come in here
I think
to
that
look.
window is large enough for us to squeeze through.
This window is well and truly stuck. We'll have to pull it free.
I didn't see you try, Watson. I didn't see you try. The bill hook, I believe, maybe?
It's open, but this window is damnably heavy. We need something to keep it wedged open.
Okay, well don't worry, I got the item with me as well.
Good. We can get out of here. After you, my dear fellow.
Very well, Holmes.
Okay. We're gonna have... Oh wait. There we go. Here we go. Now we got the sedative ready. Alright. So with this, can we walk...
It's time to take action, Watson. Go and distract the brute guarding the door.
What? Why don't you do it yourself? You're an expert boxer after all.
It's not a matter of fighting. It's a matter of luring him to me.
Ah, I see. I imagine that the sedative is for him.
Well deduced, Watson.
Well, yeah, Watson.
Do
Why
something
did you
to
only
bring the
get this
guard
now?
towards me. Good luck, Watson.
Sir, would you be so good as to come here?
Okay, so I made the mistake first time. You have to very specifically hit his neck. Or make sure the syringe is green. Because I think I clicked on him, but it wasn't the right part. Okay.
No, not that way. We must take them by surprise.
Let's get to the corridor by these stairs, Holmes.
Alright, so let's...
Holmes, what on earth are you doing?
No! Stop! Put your hands up! Don't try anything clever!
You're under arrest. Take them away.
So be it. Come, Watson. Let us go.
But why have we come back to Baker Street? It would have been better to join Baines to interrogate those criminals.
No. In the hands of the police, those crooks won't talk, and you know it. They risk being hanged.
I don't understand anything here.
We must explore all our leads. Let us take a look at the map of London.
Okay. So I think next I will go to Kensington Garden.
We have arrived.
The bishop's nephew lives here.
Yes, he rents a ground floor room.
Oh, yes, an autosave went through, because I didn't save before. So, I don't know.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
How do you do, madam? We should like to see one of your lodgers, Henry Hampford.
Well, he's away. And you must understand, I don't open my door to strangers, especially with all these prowlers about.
That is the reason for our visit.
You're the police.
No, Henry is a friend of ours. He expressed his concern to us about these intruders. We're here at his request.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Henry, while he might seem strange at first, is a thoughtful and kind man. He must have noticed how worried I've been. Why, just this morning some of my washing was stolen, and I'm sure it was those ones who took it.
It seems like the best place to start our investigation. May we step into your garden and then perhaps look into our friend's room?
I don't see anything wrong with your looking over the garden, but his room... You understand, he didn't warn me.
I understand.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let's have a look in the garden.
Okay. So, I don't know if I should exit out or not. I'm not quite sure if I'm in safe quite yet, but we'll see. See if I remember. Because I know at some point I had to look up a lot of help for this puzzle because I wasn't sure. Yeah, no, I actually remember. I remember what I was having trouble with.
Without a doubt, it is the linen belonging to Henry's landlady.
This window overlooks the room belonging to the nephew of the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Indeed, there appears to be some linen missing.
There should be a spade here. A small pickaxe.
Okay. Alright.
Closed.
This would be locked. Just going around showing you what would be around here.
A rake. Why take it, Holmes?
Why take anything at this point? But Holmes just magically knows.
Tins of food tied to one another. The wire seems long enough. They look to me as though they're rudimentary traps used to indicate the presence of intruders.
Oh, what a jumble.
Okay. I don't think there's anything to do with that. There's nothing to do with that, I should say. So I'm going to go over here.
There is something interesting here.
So I believe... What was it? Can't remember what
I
we-
can't do...
Spade?
Good, we can pass.
There we go. Cannot remember what to do.
It is just as I thought. Here's an ideal view of Henry's room.
That confirms that the young man was being watched.
I mean, that doesn't confirm
It is
it.
just as...
That confirms...
What confirms it would be all of this.
the remains of a small meal. Someone has stayed here rather a long time. This newspaper is 4 days old. The bishop's nephew was being watched long before his uncle's murder.
We estimate that nearly half the population of London is threatened by a serious food crisis. At present, the most deprived areas are in a critical situation. The shortage that rages throughout these areas of the capital risks turning into famine if the public authorities do not react.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay. So, yeah, this is where I got stuck.
To let.
Because I had no idea what else I was supposed to be doing. Now, what we need to do is gain access into the room. And she talked about the laundry, and oh hey, look. So I personally never thought to look up, and yeah, all I had to do was look up.
No, it is unnecessary.
Now, do we have the rake? Is it long enough to...
This
There you
clothing
go.
is torn. The man who stole it must have caught it on a tree when he stood upon the fence.
And at the moment when he jumped, he left this jacket in the tree.
Okay. So with that, I can show up with her, with this.
Is this the washing you were looking for?
Oh, yes, that's it. Where did you find it?
On the ground, doubtless blown there by the wind.
They didn't steal it, then. I'd have felt better knowing that those lurkers were nothing more than clothes thieves.
That is not the case, madam. This affair seems to be rather more serious than that. It appears that these intruders were spying on Henry. Now please, let us see his room.
Gracious me, whatever next? Come in. Take the first door on the left. It's open. He never locks it.
Never?
No, never. Well, you know him. He doesn't do things like everyone else. He lives in a world of his own.
When did you see him last? Did he say anything to you?
Yesterday morning, he just muttered a few words. I can't always understand what he's saying. When he does talk, that is. I can ask him a question, but he just stares off somewhere. The floor, the ceiling, as if I wasn't there. At first I found it strange, but I've gotten used to it.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. He's sometimes nervous too, isn't he?
Oh, yes. As soon as anything upsets him. Even when he's alone in his room, he gets cross. And then the next second he is standing stock still. He stares off into space and calms down again as fast as he became angry.
Okay. So, she said first door on left. Trying to remember. I don't think there's anything else here. Yeah.
Closed.
It's closed on the other side too, Sherlock. Sherlock, can you turn around, please? Thank you. Okay, so there's only one door on the left, so that makes it really easy. Technically, we should already know, because this is the side where facing her garden.
He got his scarf out, but he forgot to take it.
Okay, so let's have a look around.
Someone emptied a bag here. There is something interesting here.
Oh.
There is something interesting here.
Okay, I think we can take the knife and...
There is something interesting.
No? Not the knife?
Box, let's see.
A spade again. Find a way to open the box. Now this one I believe we have to...
He scratched the lock's cipher codes for himself. Watson, write them down for us.
It is noted.
Okay, so there's 4. That's 2. Oh.
It is noted.
Here's 3.
I have noted down everything.
This lock is very complex. The young Henry is remarkably intelligent.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to that later. That's definitely one of the puzzles I needed help
A
with.
violin. It is a lovely one, but where's its case? It is an impressive library for someone living alone.
And he's read all that. Impressive.
There
No
you go.
hat, no coat. This rubbish bin was emptied, and then someone threw a torn piece of paper in it, and judging by the smell, there was also an onion.
Onion?
Let us put these torn pieces of paper on the table. This candle is still hot. It's been used recently.
During the day? Whatever for?
Okay. Oh no, this puzzle. Now if I can remember which side... No, I think the way I did this was trying to... Okay, yeah, so we definitely need to... Nope. Need to do this puzzle first. There's no choice. We have no choice. Excuse me as I check the time. Actually, I think if I got the timing right, that I need to end the set here. So thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting. Woo, commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. I'm going to restart the game. So until next time, guys. See ya.